Hey guys, it's Chris back again, and we're finally doing another game pickups video. It's been a few months, and I've definitely accumulated quite a few new pickups, so let's get this started right away. Not really any particular order, they're just all piled up here. I think there's 26 pickups here, so let's get it started. This is one I was pretty hesitant to buy before, Bayonetta 2 on Switch. Simply because the Bayonetta 1 code on there is, the Bayonetta 1 on here is a code. I kind of spoiled it there. Yes, you don't get Bayonetta 1 on a physical cart unless you got the Japanese, what is it called, Climax edition or some shit. That edition was super rare, but it gave you a physical cart for Bayonetta 1 and 2. But I wanted to have Bayonetta 2 at least on a cart portable, so picked that up finally. Been meaning to for a while. And then, of course, got my monthly Nintendo port. Nintendo ports more games. Yes, Nintendo, more ports. So we got the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection with Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. Alright, next up. This is one I had to import to get a physical copy, once again, on Switch. That's the Samurai Spirits Neo Geo collection, or Samurai Showdown collection. But yes, I got the Japanese version with the Japanese art. So yes, we are good to go with, it's got, I believe, 7 games on here. So yeah, really good collection. I like it. So finally, unlike the PS2 Samurai Showdown collection, this has Samurai Showdown 5 Special, which is the kind of the bloody, uncensored version with fatalities and everything. Alright, and then here's another one I streamed, Paper Mario, the Origami King. It's not that bad. It's better than the last two, but still not quite the traditional RPG like the first two were. But yeah, it's okay. Next up, another physical import. That's usually, I think, digital only in the US, and that's a Katana Kami. I believe it's called Way of the Samurai Story or something, but it's basically a dungeon crawler spin-off of the Way of the Samurai series. Kind of an isometric Diablo-style game. It's okay. I should probably stream this game at some point. It's kind of interesting. It's more of a niche title. But it is made by Acquire, who did Tenchu, Shinobudo, and of course the Way of the Samurai series. So yeah, had to import that. Alright, next up, randomly got this maybe like 2 months ago. And that's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch. This is actually the first physical Mario Kart game I've purchased. So, yep. I figured Mario Kart 8 had the most features, so this might be the one to own. So yeah, I'm not the biggest Mario Kart fan. I like Mario Kart 64, but I felt like after that game that was enough. But Mario Kart 8's pretty good. It's got tons of tracks, for like the DLC tracks and everything, so it's a nice complete edition. Alright, and then I'll just show both of these at once. I got Oddworld Munch's Odyssey HD and Stranger's Wrath HD on Switch. These are the limited editions. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but they got like lenticular front panels, but yeah, it's basically just slip cover and like a lenticular card which just fell, but that's fine. But yeah, got one thing interesting I noticed though. When you start to combine the spines of these special editions, I don't know if you can see that, but it starts to show like a picture from Oddworld. So I think when the third game comes out, New and Tasty, on Switch in December, that'll complete the spine image. I'm using my old camera, by the way, because my smartphone's completely out of space. So that's why I'm using my old ass HD camcorder. Alright, last Switch game here, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition. And it's not only that, but I did get the definitive works set, which is basically just an art book I guess I can do a mini unboxing of this. It's pretty simple. It's just the game itself, and I believe just this art book, which I'll give you. I'll look at the outside anyways, but this one's still sealed up. But yeah, nice Xenoblade Chronicles art book. Kind of wish it had a steelbook case. It's unfortunate when they don't do that. Not even gonna cope about not getting a steelbook. It sucks. I like steelbooks. I think I'll only have one steelbook on Switch until I get my Streets of Rage 4 Classic Edition pre-order. I think that has a steelbook. Alright, so that is Switch. I guess we'll show PS4. One I picked up randomly for I think like $4 or something really cheap like that. It's Tempest 4000. Now Tempest is a classic, I believe from the 70s arcade game. And then they made Tempest 2000. The guy who made this made Tempest 2000 on the Atari Jaguar, which was one of the few good games on that system. But yeah, Tempest 4000 is just like an HD version of Tempest 2000 with a bit more craziness. So figured for like $4, finally have an entry in the legendary Tempest series. So that's cool. Okay. Next up, this was kind of a waste of money to be honest, but when I pre-ordered this at Limited Run Games, I didn't realize the Samurai Showdown collection was coming. Well, it wasn't announced at all. So, Limited Run Games, you guys probably knew the Samurai Showdown collection was coming, so why did you fucking sell Samurai Showdown 5 Special separately? See, I wanted Samurai Showdown 5 Special because that original PS2 collection didn't have this uncensored 5 Special on it, so I figured, oh, I guess I'll just get this and I'll finally have all the games, but nope, they made the collection anyways, so that was kind of a waste, but I guess I at least have a specific case for 5 Special and a little like insert, and I think a collector's card. Ooh, yeah, that was really worth the $30 I paid for one game. But anyways, next up, another random cheap one. I think I got this for maybe, I think $10 on GameFly. So a used copy of this, luckily. I didn't give EA any money. That's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on PS4. It's actually not that bad. It's made by Respawn, which made Titanfall 2, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series, and Call of Duty 2. So yeah, they know what they're doing, and it's actually a decent game. It does have a little bit of like wokeness in it. So it has the same black chick from Wolfenstein 2, the really anti-white one that's like... she was also on Mad TV, you know the one. But yeah, she's in this. She's not super obnoxious though. It's almost like she's there, but she didn't get to spew too much wokeness. I feel like this game is a bit against the new trilogy because the only cameos in this game was one of the characters from Rogue One. And most people know Rogue One is pretty much the only good thing that's come out of Disney Star Wars. So I just found it hilarious that the character from Rogue One, I won't say who for spoilers, shows up in this. I'm like, yeah, of course that character shows up because that movie doesn't suck like the the new trilogy. All right, so next up, another one I wanted to complete my Metro collection, Metro Exodus. Probably not the best version to get. Probably be better to get the PC version, but I had some fun with it. Still got to beat it, but yeah, I think I like the original games more. This one's open world, trying to be like Far Cry mixed with Metro, and I don't know. I prefer the more narrow focused, linear, dark corridor type levels, which this still has, but you got to go through a lot of just open world grind to get to that stuff. Alright, next up. This is one I don't even know why I bought, because I already own these games, but I bought the Batman Return to Arkham collection. I think this was like $10 as well, maybe 12. And yeah, it's just the first 2 games, so Arkham Asylum and City on, I think it's 1 or, oh no, it's actually 2 discs, surprisingly. But yeah, it's just the first 2 Batman games on the Unreal 4 engine rather than Unreal 3 like the original versions. This version actually looks worse than the maxed out PC Unreal 3 engine version, so not the best. I mainly got it because I got Batman Arkham Knight on PS4, so I wanted to be able to play through all the main games on one console. I usually like doing that. And it was super cheap. This is one that I wasn't sure I was going to pick up. Originally, the developers of this had bent the knee to social justice warriors because of a couple hidden Easter eggs in the game. One of them, which you had to use a no-clip cheat to even find it. So the SJWs were chipping out about this game, Ion Fury, not Ion Maiden, because Iron Maiden chimped out about that. So yeah, these indie devs, you know, they work for 3D Realms, so they're kind of indie, kind of not, I guess. But they bent the knee a little bit. They were going to remove a bunch of the offensive inside jokes or whatever in this, and at the last minute, I think they retracted it. So I was like, okay, this is the one new, you know, build engine game that never got released. Ion Fury was going to be, I believe, a late 90s, early 2000s, probably late 90s 3D Realms game, but they finally revived it, and yeah, I got the physical copy. Though the physical is kind of worthless because there's multiple patches you need to fix major issues, but it does have, I guess, a little like art book manual type of deal. You can see right there, and some stickers which I'll never use. But yeah, I got it, I guess, whatever. Let's move on. Alright, now some older generation games to finish this off. First one is one I had on PC for a while now, but I wanted a physical copy. That's Alice Madness Returns. And yeah, it's pretty cool third-person shooter, adventure, platformer, or whatever. I like the original game back on PC, made by American McGee, which I believe he worked with id Software originally. But yeah, finally got a physical copy, and surprisingly, I don't know if that'll focus, but it says you need an online pass to access. EA was doing the whole thing with the online pass shit, and you get an original copy of the PC Alice game. So I didn't think it would work. I thought that program was like deactivated, but I think I went online with this game and used my EA account, and I actually got the original PC game for free using just like this used copy. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, happy to have that. Alright, next up, a PS2 game. This one I was putting off getting for a while, but I didn't realize till much later it was like an official canon entry of the Dino Crisis series, and that's a Dino Stalker. So this is a GunCon 2 shooter. It's kind of similar to Resident Evil Gun Survivor, but with dinosaurs, obviously. A lot of freedom of movement using like the D-pad on the GunCon, but it's pretty cool. It's better than Dino Crisis 3 as far as a continuation of the Dino Crisis story, so yeah, I'd recommend it. This one I already had on PS2, but I wanted to get the Xbox version of 007 From Russia with Love. And honestly, I compared the two, and the PS2 version actually has less slowdown than the Xbox version, and they really don't look any different. So kind of a redundant purchase, but I do like to do comparison videos, so maybe I'll just throw up some comparison videos of these games at some point. Yeah, I also got this, which I streamed recently, or kind of recently, 007 Nightfire. I bought this originally on GameCube when it came out, and I just didn't like it. And so many years later, I finally picked up the Xbox original version, and it's not that bad. I think I was still hung up on GoldenEye, which honestly I do think GoldenEye is still better than this game, but this game isn't that bad. Cope. Alright, and then this, another random one at a local game store, Lord of the Rings. The Two Towers, the beat 'em up game. I have this on PS2, but I wanted all the games on Xbox, so now I have Two Towers and Return of the King on Xbox as well. So I have a thing about having like PS2 and Xbox ports of certain multi-platform games, because like I said, I like to do those comparison videos, and I've noticed like a lot of these games I have don't have comparison videos on YouTube, so might do more in the future. Alright, now some Tony Hawk game. Right before the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake came out on PS4 and Xbone, I picked this up on the Xbox original. It's Tony Hawk 2X, which is mainly a remake of Tony Hawk 2, but it has Tony Hawk 1 levels, all of them. But this is a 60 FPS version. The original was 30. And yeah, it's improved graphics, improved frame rate, and I think it even has some Xbox exclusive maps. So very cool version. I'm glad to finally have this. It's not super common, but yeah, it was a bit more expensive than most games on Xbox original. I think it was like $20 maybe, so it's kind of expensive for original Xbox. I think this game too was kind of pricey. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I think this was probably 15 or 20, but yeah, these are pretty desirable, and these Xbox original versions are great because they have custom soundtrack, and they have 720p widescreen support. Pretty amazing for Xbox original. But yeah, finally got, I think I have all the main, nope, I'm missing one more mainline Tony Hawk game on the PS2 generation. That is American Wasteland, I believe. But I might get that on Xbox 360, so. Alright, oh, this stack is getting crooked here. We're almost done. Alright, then next one is another Tom Clancy game, which I collect. One I didn't have. Kind of another lazy yearly Rainbow Six game on Xbox original. They were pumping these out like crazy. This one's Rainbow Six Critical Hour. Not the longest game. I think it's like a 3-hour game. Like it was mostly made for like multiplayer expansion, but it does have a 3-hour campaign, and I want to have every Tom Clancy game on Xbox original, and maybe, 360 as well. There's a couple on there I need, like the Hawks games, the End War or whatever it's called. Wasn't there a real-time strategy game? Alright, so next one I've been needing in the Wii collection for a while. That is Punch-Out. I was a big fan of Punch-Out on NES, specifically Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, not that shitty-ass Mr. Dream. So yeah, it's cool to have this Wii version, which is basically a full 3D version of the same gameplay. Kind of cel-shaded graphics and really cartoony and over the top. It's good shit. I gotta play more, but these games are tough. It takes practice. Alright, I think this is the final game in the pickups video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is one, well, someone wanted me to stream this game, but the NES version, and that I got the Dragon's Lair trilogy on Wii. Now, I could have gotten this on PS4 or Switch, but that version is an HD version, but they cropped the video top and bottom. The game is supposed to be a 4x3 square, and this Wii version is the highest quality version that is also capable of displaying in 4x3 aspect ratio. You just have to you have to set the Wii specifically to 4x3, otherwise it'll stretch. It'll either stretch or crop the cutscenes. But yeah, every HD version of this trilogy has cropped cutscenes, which is crazy. But yeah, it's Dragon Slayer 1, Dragon Slayer 2, and Space Ace on one disc. And yeah, Wii games still had manuals, but these are full motion video, kind of QT, interactive movie type of games. So not a lot of interactivity, just kind of pressing directions and an attack button. And it's fun. I will definitely stream this at some point, though. That'll be fun. It'll be a short stream because there's not much meat to these games. But yes, that is it for the pickups. Not sure how many more of these videos we'll get because this generation is winding down. So I won't be buying as many games. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the live streams. All right, peace out, everyone.